What if Dragon Claw was in Gen 1 OU? This is a move that I'm only going over because it's going to be in Generation Jumbo Season 2. Someone said, well, if you're going to be adding moves in Season 2, you should also make videos on those moves as well. And you would be right. But, I do not know what there is to say about Dragon Claw. There's a reason why this is mostly a bit of a bonus video. Just one to quickly do while it's 2:46 in the morning. Because there's really not much to say, like, at all. I don't even know where to start. Like, I'm pretty sure these are, in fact, the only Pokemon that can learn Dragon Claw in Gen 1. But let's make sure. Looking up Dragon Claw. And let's see who we have here. We have Aerodactyl, Charizard, Dragonite, and yeah, that is it. That is literally it. Nothing else learns it. It's just these three. And what do I have to say about that? Well, Dragonite has more special attack in this gen than other gens. And Dragon Claw is 80 base power compared to a Body Slam with 85. So essentially, Dragonite finally gets stabbed. It hits as hard as a Body Slam. But it's for a Pokemon that it's kind of nice. It's like, what does Dragonite usually do? Well, he usually goes for Agility and Wrap. Agility, Wrap, where's Hyperbeam? There it is. So like usually, like that, you have this type of a set, and it's usually only really walled by Gengar. Does Dragon Claw help you? Well, outside of Dragon Claw, you have Blizzard and and Fire Blast and Thunderbolt, Surf, stuff like that. You only have special moves, and for Gen 1, even though it's only a set damaging move, technically the Dragon type is a special type. So no, Dragon Claw does not help you. In fact, I'm going to say it makes you even worse. Thunder Wave is going to be a lot better, because even if you can't actually beat the Gengar, if you paralyze it, it's as good as dead. Not to mention, it just helps you with your agility BS. So Dragonite will not be using Dragon Claw. So what else do we got? Well, Charizard. So what does Charizard like to do? He's a Sword Stance setter, he has Fire Spin, he likes to trap things and get a lot of damage with burns. But if he's not doing that, then usually he has like Slash or he's like Sword Stance that go with Earthquake and Hyper Beam. So what purpose do you have for using Dragon Claw? Nothing really, if I'm being honest with you. Because, what? You scared of Dragonite? No, you're not. Dragonite's an underuse. You are usually NU. And you're not going to worry about dragons in OU either. So there's absolutely no reason to use a Dragon Claw with the 85 base special Pokemon. Especially when it has like trapping moves, good stat with a high base power move, and you have Sword Stance, Hyper Beam, stuff like that. So that just leaves one Pokemon, and that's Aerodactyl. And as you can see from this a very abysmal move pool of just Agility, Double Edge, Fire Blast, Hyper Beam, Reflect, Rest, Substitute, Aerodactyl is very, very desperate for moves. And Aerodactyl is the only one here that might consider it. But that's because there was quite literally nothing better for it. So like, what does Aerodactyl do in OU? Quite literally nothing. So, it has a niche in Ubers, strangely enough. Reflect and Rest can just basically outstall anything, or not outstall anything, outstall Mew. One Mew set in particular, because with that, you can just completely stall out, like, Mew's power points, because it can't hit you with Earthquake, so it only has, like, a Sword Stance boosted Body Slam, but you have Reflect for that, so a Mew with max attack is not doing much damage to you, which means you can just rest off the damage. It's not very good, and technically, if you're doing that, you probably shouldn't use this moveset. Let's do something fun. Let's get rid of this. Let's give it Fire Blast, which is sort of like its main move anyways outside Hyper Beam. With Fire Blast, you have a 30% chance to burn, which means with these two moves, you can kinda sorta fight back against Rhydon. Granted, that base 60 special is just not good. Or I guess I should say not good for a low base power move. Fire Blast, it does enough damage. But if it had like Thunderbolt, Blizzard, maybe it would do enough damage. But base 80 is just not doing anything. So, I have only one replay here. And, okay, that's a bit of a spoiler, sorry about that. But, yeah, it's not, Dragon Claw, even with a low special Pokemon I ride on, it's not very good. Look, that's a crit! And it barely did anything. Like, that literally did as much as Rhydon's Earthquake with a Reflect Up. That's kind of pathetic, isn't it? Very pathetic, if you ask me. So, what would happen if Dragon Claw was in Gen 1 OU? Absolutely nothing. Because it would not be a good move at the time. However, things will change for Generation Jumbo Season 2. Because we will be adding other Pokemon like Goodra. I already made a video on Goodra, but you can see these stats here. 150 special defense is going to be very, very good for Gen 1. Not to mention we'll be having other Pokemon, such as Walking Wake. This is probably going to be pretty good. Especially since for Walking Wake to be pretty fast, and with Dragon Claw being Stab, that's going to hit hard. And with it being a Water Dragon type, it's literally only going to be weak to Dragon moves. And I already went over Naganadel, earlier this evening. But also Salamence is going to be getting another shot. Because Salamence is one of the Pokemon that was very underwhelming when I made a video on it. But luckily giving it a stab with its 110 special attack, it's going to be significantly better. And it's going to have like pretty decent options, I would say. So Dragon Claw in Gen 1 OU, boring and very bad. But Dragon Claw in Generation Jumbo, it has a lot of potential to be pretty good. And I think that works very well. So what do you think? Anything you can say about Dragon Claw that I haven't said? I doubt it. Until next time, this is Groundback, and I look forward to hearing from you.